The Minister of Works, Housing and Power, Barrister Babatunde Fashola's son, had a running battle with the then PDP-led federal government over the dilapidated state of Lagos Port access roads when he was governor of Lagos State. He accused the then President Goodluck Jonathan-led government at the center of intentionally working towards crippling the economic activities of Lagos State. This, he said, is because the state was being governed by the opposition party. He claimed to have made several attempts to reconstruct the roads but was denied permission by President Goodluck-led administration. In the run-up to the 2015 presidential election, Fashola passionately asked Lagosians to vote for Muhammadu Buhari. He said that would be an opportunity to have the same party in charge in Abuja and Lagos. In fact, within the first 6 months of being in government, he argued, President Buhari would rehabilitate the long-neglected roads. He, at one of the campaign rallies, lamented that businesses were shutting down in Apapa and that people were living a very traumatic life. The joy of port users knew no bound when the same Fashola was appointed by President Muhammadu Buhari to, among others, superintend over the Ministry of Works. Their joy was not misplaced, as Fashola does not need permission from any authority to make a case to the Federal Executive Council for the construction of the roads. But sadly, after almost 4 years of taking charge, Fashola had not only killed the joy of port users, he has watched as the roads degenerate to a national shame. What really is the reason why Fashola has frittered away the opportunities to relieve the hardship the roads have foisted on the commuters? Especially when, as a governor, he claimed to have made attempts to reconstruct the road but was frustrated by the PDP-led government.
Yeah, my observation before my recommendation. I want to say without any fear of favor that this government has not been sensitive to the plight of the masses. Despite the enormous support that Nigerians give to them, the area of maritime industry, this government has failed woefully, with due respect. And I also want to say that Fashola has failed, and there is no two ways to it. There is no window dressing. He has failed, he has failed. This is a man that has three ministries, was the governor of Lagos State, yet as the Minister of Works, House and Power, he cannot even repair the road. The annoying thing is that even this road that is being put in place now by Dangote, that will be open in the next few days, cannot be accessible because on the bridge now it's been opening in the last few months and nothing has been done by the Federal Minister of Works. So in its entirety, Fashola has failed. If I am the president of this country, I will remove him without any hesitation.
What we expected when Fashola became the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, knowing fully well he was one of those that were, kind of hitting hard on the former government in power, the PDP, that they were unable to fix the roads. And the opportunity came that he became the Minister for Power, Works and Housing. All we expected was for him to quickly swing into action and do the needful. But let me quickly say that even as at that time of PDP, we saw, in fact, their desire to bring about infrastructure development to ease, maritime business operations. Because the roads leading from Oshodi to Tinkan, as at that time before 2014, was being reconstructed. But the paving started from Bega Cement, moving towards Coconut. Unfortunately, when they lost that election, we thought with the Fashola that they will continue to complete that road to give, free access for port users. But unfortunately, what we have seen is that Fashola does not match his word with action.
The problem that we are facing on this road is because sometimes when we take our motor we start the journey. Before we reach this Apapa,
Yeah.
we spend 3 weeks sometimes. We spend 1 month sometimes. So if we reach that bridge yourself, so they still collect money from us before they pass us to
Which
come
people?
to this
Navy.
Navy, police. They collect money from us before we reach this Apapa. So now we are facing a lot of problems before we reach this Apapa.
Okay. Thank you.
Who are suffering on this odor?
Yeah.
We are using a month, more than a month. Armed robbers steal us. Area boys came, collect money. Like as we are parking now, they will come and collect money. Those police collecting money. Right from Marine Bridge to here. If you don't have money, your truck cannot enter this wall. You want your truck to go inside this wall to do escort. If you don't do escort, you will be more than a month there.
Just face.
So that's the water.
Is Fashola's failure to reconstruct the roads part of Lagos politics, or has he joined his assumed trade users to intentionally cripple Lagos' economy? Oyinye Eze reporting for BMW ATV.